new day, new destination, and new flooding. I'm not sure why they call this Greymouth. The weather cleared up for a tiny little bit. We're just going to head down and see what the breakwater is. Oh, I can see.
Quite strong waves, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Well, while we're driving out of here, we'll tell you about our interesting morning.
Which interesting bit are you saying? Don't say that.
To tell everyone everything.
No, you can't tell them that.
So, this morning, we didn't have much power, but the sun came out and we were pulling almost 400 watts of solar, which was amazing. So I put the dishwasher on, but then we ran out of power because of the hairdryer, and then we had to empty the dishwasher by hand. Then we decided to empty I decided to empty the rubbish, and because there were other people here, I thought, well, I'll try and push the rubbish bag into a brown bag so that people weren't, you know, having to look at our clear rubbish bag. Would you bloody believe it? I don't know how, but the bag broke, and because we're going to the laundromat today, we had nice new clothes on, fresh clothes,
Fresh, clean clothes.
so the good news is that we're still going to the laundromat, so that can be sorted, because my clean on pants were not clean after I decided to squish the rubbish bag into a brown bag.
I think that's all that you need to say.
I just have to tell you, these people are fishing here, and there's a sign up that says do not take or consume any fish from this river. On the other side of this water inlet or river, whatever it is, there's a dump station, you know, where you can dump your water, dump your waste and get water. But there was a sign up saying do not drink water from here. Greymouth has E. coli.
Oh, there's another one doing.
Yeah.
What are they doing that down there for?
Well, they're probably not eating it, they're probably selling it. Swimming and or consumption of fish taken from this vicinity is not advised. We're off to find some shoelaces for your boots. Quite pleased with yourself, are you? Very
I am
pleased?
actually very pleased with myself because, well, I've got new laces for my boots, which I did actually clean really well yesterday at the back of Icy with a new scrubbing brush. But as you can see, they're still a bit muddy. But anyway, we've got the laces. Like the service in here. Thanks very much, Brian.
And while Louis was making it, I got another thing off the list. Got the damp rids for the boot, keep the mattress dry. What are we going to do next? Oh, AdBlue.
Oh, I can't wait to get that in there. Yep.
Can't wait to get this in here either.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get cracking shortly to go and get our AdBlue.
Coming in sideways. There's everyone over there getting their diesel under the shelter, and here's us getting the AdBlue out in the open.
Great, we don't really want to get out. Definitely AdBlue.
Definitely AdBlue.
It's blue.
It's blue.
Lemon heck.
We reckon it should take, what did I say, 22 litres.
22 litres is a heck of a lot, isn't it?
We're away laughing now. That's 15 litres.
So we need to get another 7, do we?
Sounds full. Because it wasn't quite empty, was it? 16 litres.
Okay, so...
I think it takes 20, but it did have some already in it.
Okay, so it's filled up to the top. That's what Kelly's saying.
Well, have I got a petrol story for you all? Actually, Louie's been dying.
I've been waiting to hear, and she wanted to tell you all.
Well, I wanted to share it with everyone because you know how good things just come. Because we were, as you know, we were getting the AdBlue at the Tasman Fuels. but we decided to go to the BP that normally wouldn't do because obviously it's dearer, but we have, if you've seen previous videos, we've been stashing vouchers, so we've got a whole pile of vouchers that we're going to get to the other end and we'll, you know, not use them because they're BP and Z and Caltex, but they're always higher in price, so we always go to the MPDs. Anyway, we thought, right, no, we have to start using the vouchers even though it costs a little bit more. So I had a $100 voucher and I had a $150 voucher and I had $40 of MTA vouchers. So I thought, oh well, we'll only fill up to the maximum, either 140 or 150. So anyway, it came to $151.88, something like that. So I thought, oh well, I can use the $150 voucher and then just pay the extra $1.88. Okay, you all still with me? Good. But then Louis said, well, why don't you use the rewards card on the Gatsby app? We've got the everyday rewards card, so we finally got that downloaded, because when we're under the petrol vouchers, the cover, the Starlink doesn't work. So we finally got that downloaded. Anyway, we're the only ones there, so the ladies in there had actually been talking about us. They're probably saying, what the hell are they doing? We get in there, I get in there, and I scan the everyday, and it came down to, from 151.88 or something, it came down to 148. So it was like $10 savings, so I was quite pleased with that. So I decided to use the $100 voucher and the two $20 vouchers, so 140, and then I was still to owe her $8.07. Yes, and I know this has taken me 2 minutes 30 to tell you all this, but it's good. Wait.
Oh, does it get better?
Oh, it gets better. So I owe her $8.07, I think it was. And then this man butt in.
Is that the older man who came in?
Yeah, he butt in. He threw some money across the counter.
I wondered how he got in and out again. I was watching
and
him.
then she didn't get like frazzled or anything. She just turned around and pushed the cash button on the register for his cash, because he had literally thrown cash at her. And then she was like, oh no! She like completely had done the wrong thing and completely mucked up our transaction. And she said, do you know what, love? That's my mistake. Nothing to pay. Nothing further to pay. So we got the $8. She didn't charge for the $8.07 either.
How did she do that?
She said that was her mistake and she'll fix it.
Oh, I hope she doesn't have to pay for it out of her own money.
But how nice was that?
It is really nice.
So we really saved $18 on that transaction. Are you going to go in that lane if you're turning?
Yeah, I'm going in that lane.
Good.
Thanks very much, Captain.
Actually, I am sitting on the captain's side. The captain does sit on the side.
Oh, on the planes.
The hell are we going? We're meant to be going to we're meant to be going to Woolworths, which is over there. Where are we going? See, that's why you don't let the first officer fly the ship. Gosh, it's windy.
It said it did a whole blooming 360.
All right.
Round, and then we're going to Gold. We're going to Port
Okay, let's
Elizabeth.
go left, because right will take us to Westport. We need to turn around and come back. You were too busy listening to my story.
That was a good story. Oh, well, that was good then, wasn't it? Vouchers and
so we
and
just
a little bit
filled
of
the
discount.
tank for nothing. Literally nothing.
Because they were giving to us complimentary 2 of those vouchers.
Yeah. We did buy the other one though, but
Oh
alright.
yes, well we've been buying a whole lot of them.
Find somewhere to turn around. First officer.
Oh my gosh, we're going to use up all the bloody diesel before we even get anywhere.
Now if you look straight ahead you can see the layers of limestone and sandstone. That's like what the pancake rocks are made up of. And follow where that ute just went in. Is this the last stop of the day? I think it is. Oh no, we're still going to get to the laundromat.
Oh, there's a hell of a lot to do at the laundromat.
Yeah, I know.
And I've got to wash all the handles and cupboard handles and steering wheel and everything of what gets touched. Got a tea tree at all.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, that always does feel nice, doesn't it? Got a vacuum.
Oh God, we're going down the out.
Oh, for a frick's sake.
Yes, alright. Yes, we got it. Well, that's the groceries done. And we've got them all packed away. And I was checking the receipt. And you know me, always checking things.
We all know. In a good way.
We got these prawns because they were on special for $7.89. And then, so we grabbed 2 of them.
500 grams, you see.
Yeah, that's a really good price. Turns out it was a very good price. Anyway, through the counter. Normally I check things at the counter, but I was busy like stacking them in anyway. We used a couple of vouchers. Louis here. And then I was reading through the receipt when we got back to the van, and they said $13 each. And we thought, oh, you know what? Do you go back in? Oh, we're tired. Like, no, come on, that's $6. So we marched ourselves back in there.
In a nice way, because we were looked after well in there.
Yes, they did have a lot of specials in there. Anyhow, we're standing at the counter waiting, and what did you spy?
Well, because I was waiting for you to come back because you took a photo of it all and everything,
Yeah.
I thought, I just want to have my facts right. So I'm standing there.
Well, I went back round to where they were to take a picture just to make sure we had it right.
So I'm standing there sort of like, don't serve me just yet because I haven't got my facts all right here. So she went over there.
Have your bullets lined up?
No, had to have them all lined up. And, you know, when you're talking about something, you've got to be precise and correct. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm really one for reading. And I thought, oh, what's that? Quite like that, making it right.
Pass it over.
Fresh, free, guarantee choice. And I happen to read the part that you need to read. And it's saying...
Shall I read it out?
Yeah, that wee paragraph. Never said it
If
before.
we've charged you more for a product at the checkout than the price it's advertised for, tell us about it. We'll refund you and you can keep the product. Well, bugger me.
So we kept the product and we ended up making $26 without even trying to do anything. Like, we're being honest. We haven't done anything dishonest.
Yeah, there's just somebody had not labelled the
It's very clear
product
that
right.
price was right there on them because you got me to put the other ones back because of that price. Anyway,
You did say, oh, that is a very good price, and we grabbed 2 of them.
Well, in Christchurch, you know, for $9.99 or something like that for 100 grams of prawns, that's on special. That is good.
500 grams, yeah.
500, that's
Yeah.
right. So anyway, wasn't that a bit of fun?
Moral of the story, we've had a very, very good day today. Check your receipts. And even if you're exhausted, go back in. Very
Yes, we
pleased
are.
with ourselves.
Shall we have prawns for dinner?
Free prawns. Honestly, you couldn't script this stuff. So I made Louis put the grapes back at Woolworths, and I said no, we'll go down to New World and get them. And bugger me, we walked straight in the door. The grapes are on special.
We've come to the conclusion
That's
that
half the price.
it must be to do with the fact is that she's wearing that bloody jacket with the hole in
Look,
it.
look, 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 look.
Why are you wearing that? You don't need to. You've got a brand new
working.
jacket.
Oh, look at you. You got holes all up your sleeve.
I know, but I had to hold on to one of my mother's little symbols
Right.
that she had. She must have gone like that on her arm.
They're the nice grapes too. They're the minions.
Little fatties.
They are. They're really nice, those ones.
Right, okay. Get yourself a nice little wee bag. There you go.
Louis, always check them. Always check. Very nice. Right.
Okay.
Right. What other specials have we got today? Greymouth has been very good to us. You don't need any more bags. Last stop is the Laundromat, and you were very pleased with yourself at New World after the grapes. Louis found peppermint chocolate. Bugger me if you've been following along. We have literally been in every supermarket since the Catlin. Oh yeah, there it is, liquid laundromat. And the sun's come out again. Hey!
Can't park up nice and close like we did last time.
Never mind, at least it's not torrentialising. Alrighty, it's a bit awkward to film in there. Because there's lots and lots of people and you feel a bit
Conscious.
filming
Since
them.
when does a licensed real estate agent feel awkward or uncomfortable about filming?
Well, you kind of got your hands full, so we'll catch you after. But we're going to do all the bedding and the clothes.
Yep, the towels and even the over the couch.
Oh
We
yes,
did that
the
last week.
blanket as well.
It's rather full.
So So currently the state of the bed looks like this. I learned something new today. These are actually communal baskets. We forgot to tell you, dumplings were $5.99 today, so we grabbed a few packets of them, and we're extremely tired, so that's what we're having. They still look pretty.
They do look really good, and we've got parmesan and our lovely omega oil, and of course lots of parsley as well on our salad. It's got a lot of salad under there.
Perfect. Catch you in the morning.
Good morning to you. It's pouring down with rain, but we have had a bit of sunshine this morning, and there wasn't any thunder or lightning, but I will tell you, didn't really have the best sleep. Lovely clean sheets, duvet, covers, everything all done and washed, and yet didn't have the best of sleeps. We're up and organised with everything's all, we've had breakfast of course, and now we're actually on lunch, and you can see that it's raining outside there. We've got leftover roast lamb and chicken, and just a nice wee salad with lemon juice and omega-3s and salt, etc. And we've just had this person next door turn up, right next door to us. Kelly, I'm just going to be over her shoulder because she's just giving you a little wave. She's working away quietly on her computer, and I'm doing some editing as well just over there. We're going to be here for the afternoon. We're going to be here because we just wanted to get on top of things, because in a couple of weeks time we're going to be around the Christchurch vicinity. We will be there for a few little wee things to be done on Iceberg. I'm just looking over in my wee side mirror. People are funny, they get right close to you as if they're going to actually open up the side door and get in, but they're just going for a walk. You can see they're going for a walk, and yeah, it's quite an interesting wee view. Watching people coming and going. What gets us is the people who are actually whitebaiting out there. So those of you who like your whitebait, be careful when you buy it from the coast. You really need to know where it comes from, because it could just come from out there. And who wants to eat contaminated, potential contaminated whitebait? There wasn't anyone here a moment ago. Now there's people in all directions. Right, are you, let's get Kelly's attention.
Yeah, I didn't even see you make that lunch.
Oh, well, that was
Quick you put that on.
was whipped up pretty quickly. Sort of no dishes or anything from that, any of that either. Just a wee board and a knife and half a dozen paper towels, and it all gets put in the dishwasher. I'm going to get on with it. Hope you're all having a lovely day today, and whatever you're up to, hope it's something special. Make sure you always do something that you love doing, even if you're really, really busy. Just stop for 5 minutes.